Joe Biden gave a speech on the 80th anniversary of D-Day, and for me, it's especially good to see the constant doubt that right-wingers have against Biden, whether it be dementia this, dementia that, and then he goes and gives solid speeches, and they have to scramble and try to find any other way to discredit it. And after this speech that was very, very strong, they did so by attempting to cut a 10-second clip and trying to say that he pooped himself. I kid you not. That is seriously their argument because they couldn't clip anything out of the speech, and we're going to debunk that as well. But first, I want to show the stark difference between Biden, who respects the troops, and the felon who says prisoners of war are suckers.
All Americans, all serve with honor when America and the world needed them most. Millions back home did their part as well. From coast to coast, Americans found countless ways to pitch in. They understood our democracy is only as strong as all of us make it together. The men who fought here became heroes, not because they were the strongest or toughest or most fiercest, although they were, but because they were given an audacious mission, knowing, every one of them knew, the probability of dying was real. But they did it anyway. They knew, beyond any doubt, there are things that are worth fighting and dying for. Freedom is worth it. Democracy is worth it. America is worth it.
These are strong words. They're filled with honor and respect, the way that it should be. The men who fought that day are heroes, and I couldn't imagine them putting their lives on the line in that regard just to be labeled a sucker if they ended up a prisoner of war. It shows a stark difference where Biden clearly respects the troops and Trump only respects those who serve him. Next, I do want to quickly squeeze in the clip that's been circulating on Twitter, so let's show the full context of it quickly.
Distinguished guests, please welcome the Honorable Lloyd J. Austin III, Secretary of Defense of the United States of America.
Now, how it's circulating on Twitter is they cut it off before he sits in the chair, and the narrative is being, oh, he's trying to sit in an imaginary chair. Oh, he can't even stand. Or, oh, he's bending over because he's pooping. Yes, I'm serious. Plenty of people are sharing that from Tim Pool down the list, when in reality, he was waiting for the words to end before he fully sat down. But to MAGA, I guess dementia is just bending over a little too quickly and then realizing it, so you stop and stay standing until the speaker is done, all of which happened in a span of 4 seconds, might I add.
Here with us are men who served alongside the Americans that day, wearing different flags on their arms, but fighting with the same courage for the same purpose. What the Allies did together 80 years ago far surpassed anything we could have done on our own. It was a powerful illustration of how alliances, real alliances, make us stronger. A lesson that I pray we Americans never forget. Together we won the war. We rebuilt Europe, including our former enemies. It was an investment in what became shared and a prosperous future. We established NATO, the greatest military alliance in the history of the world.
These are more strong words, more respect shown for our troops, for troops in other countries in the way that they helped us. This is why world leaders have a stronger opinion of Biden than Trump. And it's also wonderful talk about the importance of allies. Trump, on the other hand, talks about not funding NATO allies when the only time Article 5 was ever invoked was for us, was to help us out. And the only countries Trump ever praises are China and Russia. And that's only because he loves their dictatorial leaders and he's giving them praise. Trump could never give a speech like this, and Biden giving one this great only further destroys the narratives that the right loves to create. Oh, he can't talk. Oh, he can't walk. Oh, he can't give speeches. Well, what about this? What about his State of the Union? What about his January 6th speech? Oh, wait, I forgot. He had to be on drugs for those, right? Yeah. It all makes perfect sense. He's on dementia. He's 81. He's on his deathbed. He's also on drugs, and he's also a criminal mastermind behind all that as well. And this kind of nonsense is exactly why it comes down to MAGA having to clip things out of context in hopes that they can spin a narrative. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.